What's going on, YouTube? Got a little bit of free time, man. I'm out here breaking down this car all the way down to the cylinder block. We kind of doing a light engine rebuild, something like that. But anyways, Josh, my favorite lease driver. We got a settlement review. We're going to review Josh's settlement. Now, as y'all know, he claimed to have grossed $9,500 and took home $4,500.
I'm going to pick up this load at 5 p.m. Let's do the math on something. Okay, what they say? Hold on, let me put it up. This is the load I'm finna pick up going to Florida. $5,200, okay? That's the load I'm going to Florida. Okay, they picks up today. That's gonna drop Monday. Okay. Alright. This power on the trailer I got paid. The load I just dropped off. Right? Hold on, let me see. Can I clear these motherfuckers? Camera, the focus. Focus, motherfucker. This CQL load, right? Load I just dropped out, $2,200, right? That was $5,200 you just seen, right? Okay. Let's go back to the bottom. Hold on. Go back. Since you think we ain't out here making no motherfucking money. Since you think we not making no motherfucking money, right? That's the first load. That's first load of the week. That's $2,100. So.
And Andrew has his settlement, so I'm going to review it and tell y'all what I think about it. So here we go. On 11/24, he left out of Kirksville, Missouri. Took a load of lunch meat down to Fort Worth, Texas. Paid $2,100. On 11/25, picked up a load in Cleburne, Texas. Took it up to North Platte, Nebraska for $2,200. Delivered that. He picked it up on the 25th. Delivered it on the 26th. Thanksgiving was Thursday. He didn't pick up a load on Thursday. He was empty. Basically just set at the truck stop for free. Friday that just passed, he picked up a load in Iowa, and he is taking that to Miami, and he delivers that tomorrow. So picked up on the 28th. He got to deliver tomorrow, December 1st, and says he got to deliver 8 a.m. going to Cisco. And then when he get to Miami, he then had to deadhead up to Country Club, Illinois. He's got a deadhead from Miami all the way up to Country Club, Illinois to drop off his reefer trailer. And then he has to deadhead from Country Club, Illinois over to Kansas City, Missouri to pick up the next reefer trailer. So in 8 days of working, that's 5,267 miles. Let me look at this. So he grossed $9,500. His company take 12%. 12% of $9,500 is $1,140. His fixed cost is $1,620, and his fuel bill was approximately $2,400, assuming he getting 7 miles to the gallon, and fuel is like $3.30 since he is using his own fuel card. According to him, he's using his own fuel card, doing the opposite of what I told him. I told him, you know, since the company ain't paying the insurance, I told him to use Franco's fuel card. But you know, Josh did a live feed today, and he said he using his own fuel card, so he going against what Andrew told him. But you know, whatever the case may be. So he netted $4,340. So gross 95, took home $4,340 on 5,200 and however many miles left. So what do I think about it? I'm not running 5,000 miles. I don't know what to think about that. I think the rates in the Midwest was pretty good. I think going to Miami was a good rate, but dead hitting from Miami all the way back up to Illinois doesn't make no sense. He got to drop that trailer off by Tuesday, so it's possible he can get a load between Miami and Georgia going up to Illinois, but he has to drop the trailer off Tuesday, which means, you know, he deliver in Miami 8 a.m. on Monday. He will have to find the load on Monday that delivers in Illinois Tuesday. It's not guaranteed that he's gonna be able to find something basically in Atlanta going to Illinois. And if he did, it'll probably be about $1.65. Well, he got a reefer, maybe $2 a mile, but I highly doubt it. He's probably gonna drop that load at 8 a.m. and dead head straight to Illinois. That's what he said he was gonna do. So, and I'll put a map up so y'all can see all these miles and things, and you know, how did I get where he's going, you know, where he picked up from and all that. Well, guys, he showed his rate cons. He showed 3 rate cons. I just paused the video, looked at the pickup date, time, what time he got delivered. I just paused the video, just read all 3 of them, wrote it down, and you know, some people would say it's leasing and winning. Some people hear 9,500 gross, took home 4,500, and they say, hey, that's why I want to lease a truck. You know, I don't see no cash truck drivers out there doing that, but it's kind of misleading, because you see, if I told you, by the way, he did, you know, 5,200 miles, well, who wants to do that? Well, I don't know. Do you not want 4,200? If you want $4,200, 5,200 miles. How many miles is that per day? Let's do 5,200 divided by 8 days. If we do about 8 days, that's 650 miles per day. If we do about 7 days, that's 742 miles per day. It's a lot of riding. It's a lot of riding. But you know, the problem is, majority of y'all, you need 2 logbooks. You need 2 logbooks. You need to be with the Russians. You need to be, the reason you need to be with the Russians is because if you get caught, you know, you get pulled in the scale, they hit you with all these violations, you're gonna need a brand new DOT number all over again. And right now, only the Russians can do that. American, you're not gonna be able to get away with just constantly getting new DOT numbers and borrowing money to start up new authorities. That's not gonna work for everybody. That's also working. Let's compare Prime Inc. to what he doing. You at Prime Inc., you guys are around 1,800 to about 2,200 miles a week. So you take the work you're doing right now at Prime Inc. and double it. You gotta double it. And even at double, that's still not enough miles. If you at 18 to 2,200 miles at Prime Inc. and we double that, that's still not 5,200 miles for the week. So, should we all be working that hard for the money, I guess? In order for me to do something like that, man, I had to, you know, bro, I got to be paying something off. You know, maybe I owe $10,000 on my car. I can understand going out there putting down 5,000 miles a week. We making 4,200, 45. We making that to try to knock down some debt right quick. But to do that, you know, week after week after week, I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. So was Josh lying about how much he grossed and how much he netted? No, he wasn't lying. It's just misleading, because if he would have told you the miles, you look at him like he crazy. So that's why I'm telling you the miles. Now, if y'all don't believe the miles, I'd be glad to just, you know, we could just replay the footage. He'll show you the rate. He'll show you all 3 rate cons. Right now, he just went on live today. He said he's in Miami, down there on I-75, and he said he got dead head up to, you know, Country Club, Illinois. That's how I know where he's going. I know where he's going because he told us. He said, yeah, man, I got dead here at the Country Club, Illinois, drop off the trailer, dead here to Kansas City, Missouri, and pick up another reefer. Okay, so I got to include all those miles I got to include for the week. I got to include all that. That's 5,200 miles. So, I mean, like I said, I don't have no problem with it. It's just how many of y'all are willing to run 5,200 miles? It don't make no sense. Like I tell a lot of truck drivers, every year that goes by, they find a way to make trucking harder and harder and harder and harder. I remember once upon a time, truck drivers only ran, 2,200 miles for the week, 25, but then it went to 3,000, then that wasn't enough, and then 35, and that wasn't enough, then 4,000, that still wasn't enough. Now they up to 5,200. Trying to get to 6,000. Give me about another year, these fools will be at the 7,000 miles in a week. They'll figure it out, but I don't love trucking that much to be out there running those type of miles. But let me get back. I got finished working on this car, man. What time is this? 3 o'clock. Sun go down in about an hour. Y'all hear Migos? Do y'all hear that Migo moved into the neighborhood, and they do this every weekend. I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but let me be quiet right quick. Well, you can turn it down now, but they blast that music. They start at 7 a.m. and that don't shut off until 11 p.m. at night. The whole neighborhood hear it. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Migo though, but Migo got his whole family over there. They starting to take over our neighborhood, man, and they making their presence known. They blast their music loud as it can go, 7 a.m. and they do this every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Anyways, man, just a quick video. A lot of y'all want me to apologize to Josh. Yeah, I meant to do that video today. The problem is I had to work on my car. Of course I'm apologizing to Josh. I just gotta wait for the video. Because I definitely owe him an apology, for the trauma he went through. He went through a lot of trauma, man. He lost his marriage. He chose the lease truck over his marriage, and I got to apologize to him for that. So we working on an apology video, because I'm definitely sorry for that. I'm sorry trucking did that to your marriage, man. We coming with it.